Hi everyone, this is Tammy at Snowstorm Crafts and welcome. So what we're going to do today is this is the last episode or last part to my Season of the Witch series. So I've showed you guys how I put together my witches here, and I show you all the steps, step by step, on how to assemble them. So make sure to go to the end screen and you guys can see the whole playlist on how I put these fun little witches together. So today, what I'm going to do is show you guys how I make the little witch's cat here. So we're going to put this together. Now, there will be a pattern below this video. If it's not there now, it will be there very soon. And the pattern will be in my Etsy shop, and you guys can come purchase it. It'll be very reasonable priced. And you come purchase the pattern, and then you follow along with the different videos that I've made, just showing you detail on how to put these together. So it's kind of a visual pattern is what it is. So when you print off the pattern, it'll just be an outline of all the everything, like the dress and the cape and the hat, and it just shows you how to, the outline of everything that I've personally drawn. So it's whimsical and it's not perfectly straight. It's not, I mean, that's not the whole point of this. The fun point of this is to just put them together and have a fun little whimsical, little junky, grungy Grammy witch here. So the links will be down below. The playlist will be on the end screen. Come check that out. And then the pattern will be down below. Plus, I have all my other patterns down below for my primitive animals and my 12-inch dolls here for putting these together and stuff. So those will be down below, the patterns and stuff. So just come check them out, and you guys can follow along. There's playlists for all of them to put it all together. So it's just a fun little junky, grungy Grammy family to put together here. So some of the things that we'll need today is I have ribbon, or you can use twine, but I think today I'm going to go ahead and do ribbon, but you could do either or. I got a broom that I'm going to show you guys how to glue their hands together and sew it together and put the broom there. I do order these off Amazon, so I'll make sure to put that in my Amazon links down below, and you guys can come check them out. I got embroidery floss, some buttons for the eyes, some more embroidery floss for the mouth here, a needle, and then I will go grab my stuffing for the fiberfill and my hemostat to help stuff the little kitty. It makes it so much easier to get it into the tiny crevices and stuff. So I will go grab that and we will get started here. So I went ahead and grabbed my hemostat, and it really does help get into the corners and the legs and the little pieces like that to stuff it. And then I got my fiberfill here. Also, if you guys hear in the background the clunking little sound, it's my ice. I got my ice machine going, so that's what you guys hear in the background. I'm not sure if it'll get picked up because of my microphone, but it may. So I was just letting you guys know that's the noise in the background. Is I'm making ice. So now let's make a little doll. So this is little kitty here, little kitty cat. Let's put them over here. Oh, and I don't know if I said, but I will have them for sale in my Etsy shop, the dolls completed. So you guys can come check that out. This is Winifred. This is my doll, so I'm going to keep her. And so I'm going to keep her on my shelf and admire her through the holiday season here. But she will be in my Etsy shop when we're all done, and we're making a kitty for her right now and putting the broom in her hands. So if you guys think of a fun name for her, I'd love to hear in the comments down below. I love hearing the names that you guys come up with, and then we can have some fun little witches names here. So yes, comment down below. I love hearing from you guys. Okay, so we're going to just move all this to the side for now. So what you're going to need is a sewing machine, or you could sew this by hand if you really want to, but I like to use my sewing machine. So what I'm going to do is I took a white, just Crayola or crayon or whatever you got, and just trace around the pattern when you get it. And what I'm going to do is leave an opening from here about here. Okay, so what is that? A 1.5 inch opening. So I'm going to start sewing from here and work my way all the way around. And if you guys would like to learn how to sew around tiny little curves, like the little small areas, I do have a video in my playlist for my Junky Grungy Grammy series. So that'll be on the end screen for a whole playlist, and you'll see it. It's for curves, like how to. It's titled "How to Sew Around Little Tiny Curves" and stuff. So that really does help with like their little arms and legs and everything like that. So I'm going to take it to my sewing machine, do a back stitch here, sew all the way around, and then stop here and do just a little back stitch there, and then leave this open. And then I'm going to cut about 1/8 of an inch all the way around, and I'm going to leave a flap here. So however, like 1/2 inch, just flap. So when I cut, it's going to cut down like that. So this will be able to be tucked in, and then you won't have any like fray edges or anything showing. And I doubled up this fabric. So you can see I folded it in half here. So you got 2 pieces of fabric that you're sewing it together. So I'm going to do that, and I'll be right back. So I got it all turned, sewn, turned, and ready to stuff. So I want to show you guys here that these are definitely a game changer. This is a tube turner. It's a fabric tube turner, and I got it off Amazon. It's in my links down below, and it's a quick turn fabric tube turners, and they seriously make your life so easy. There's no way I could do this and flip these little arms and the head and everything like that without using them. So you just have different sizes here. This one seems to work with most of my patterns I have, and it's the 3/8 or 3/4 1 inch fabric tubes turner. That's what it's called, this one. But my pattern that I do seems to work the best with this size. But you can also have the little tiny one if you need it, 3/16 or a 3/8 or a 5/8. So then you got the big one, the half, or like a 1 inch or larger. So they all work great. That'll be in my links below. So that's what I did to turn it. And I just went in sections and popped down the ears and then popped down the legs, then left them inside, went over, did the tail, did the legs, left them all inside, and then turned it and pulled them all out. So, and then also I forgot to, but I'll tell you guys, you can see that it's puckering a little bit here. It's because I forgot to snip. And I don't want to turn it back the other way right now because that's just be a pain in the butt. But just do some snipping around each curve. Like if you take your little embroidery scissors or just some little scissors and just do some snips on the curve parts and just don't cut the threads. And then that'll help from it not puckering. So now I'm going to take my fiber fill and my hemostats and go ahead and start stuffing the kitty. See how stuffed you want it. And the cool thing about this is that it, like I said, it's whimsical, so you guys really don't need to stress about perfection. It's just, ask yourself, are you having fun? That's the main That is the main question you should ask yourself. And if you are, then it's turning out the way that it's supposed to be. And the cool thing is that they all turn out a little bit different. Okay, I'll turn it this way. So you can see they all turn out just a little bit different, and it's fun. That's the fun part. So then they all have their own little personalities. And yeah. Okay, so I got that stuffed. And then you got your flaps out like this. So you're going to want to take them and just tuck them in. You can take your little scissors if you need to. And just tuck in the flaps. And at the end of the video, I got a fun thing I want to show you guys. I got some new projects I've been working on. And I just want to remember to show you guys. Yeah, so stay tuned for that because that's going to be fun. I love Halloween. It is super fun. It is one of my favorite holidays because like I've said before in my other videos, that's why I kept Winifred here, is because every year for Halloween, I would always have my birthday's like 3 days before Halloween, so I'd always have a Halloween themed birthday party, and I'd always dress up as a witch. And I loved it. It was so much fun. I just remember childhood memories and everything like that. So I love Halloween. It is one of my favorites here. So that's why I kept her. So there we go. We got that done. And I got my embroidery floss. I just have black so it can match. And I'm just going to do a stitch to close it. As easy as that. Now you can either do a whip stitch and do that, or you could just do a line, like a little just in and out stitch here, like this. We just catch it on each side, and then there'll just be a little line. But either way, however you want to do it. Like I said, if you're not having fun with this, then you're not doing it right. That's the rule. Number one rule. Number one Tammy rule is have fun. That's it. That's it. Like if it's, driving you nuts and it's just tedious and you just really don't enjoy it, and then try a different way. There's always a different way to do it, or just don't try to be so perfectionist about it. That's the fun part, is just let it go. You got to let things go sometimes and just, like the stitching, the hand stitching. I love that part of it. I love the sewing on the sewing machine part of it. Just each step, I like that it switches up, that we're not just sewing on a sewing machine the whole time. And because after a while that gets tedious, and then we're not just hand stitching the whole time, because after a while that, gets repetitive and it can get tedious after a while. So I really like the creativity of it all, that we could switch it up, you know, and do different aspects of it at different times. So I think that's the fun part. And if you guys are enjoying this video, please like it. Hit the like button down below. That really does help me out a lot. It helps get my videos out there for others to see. How to make this fun little Season of the Witch doll here, and all her little friends that go with it. I'm just tying it off. And then now you can leave it long. You can pop it up through here, and we can go ahead and get the eyes going. I like to do that if I can, or let's start the nose. See how I did the nose? That. And it's the same way I do the nose for the dolls. So if you guys have seen those videos, it's the exact same way, just a smaller scale here. And then you just go thread or so below, pop out on the other side as far as you want to go over for the nose width, and then do the same thing. Just go like a thread or two on the fabric below, and then just pop over like that. And you just continue doing that. And if you give it a tug, you can see it's going to start pinching together right there in the middle. So just go as far as you want down. Oh, I don't know if you can hear little Patty. She wants to say hi. She thinks it's a snack time, and it's not. She always thinks it's snack time. So I'm just going to keep going. She's not happy with me today because it's raining. I'm in Oregon, and we got a little bit of rain today, and she likes to go out and go hunting, hunting and running around. She doesn't like the rain. So we have two little cat doors or dog doors because we got Rudy too. So we got one on the front door and then one over on the back door. And she loves to just run out the front door, run all the way around, and then run back in and meow at me a couple times and then run out and run because she's not happy that it's raining right now. Okay, now I want to show you guys how I'm going to hide thread. So I got the nose as long as I want. I'm going to poke it, and I'm going to go down to the neck here. Okay, so this is where we're going to hide all our threads, because you can see here that we'll just wrap, which I'm going to do the ribbon with the bell hanging off of it. So that'll hide all the threads. Okay, so you can pop it down here. Stuffing coming up. Just give it a tug so you can see there's his little nose. Okay. And then we could just tie it off right here. Now, if you want to, you could just go right back in and we'll come out and do the eyes. Wherever the eyes wind up. See where we want to put the eyes. And I do have my little pins here. I need to invest in some smaller straight pins. Not as long, and then they'll poke through. I know I have some somewhere. I just have to dig them up. So we're just going to pop the eye where we want it. And you just don't poke your finger in the back. Done that one. I like to take the needles, the little straight pins, and then see if that's where I want the eyes. There. That, I think that looks good. Even if they're a little wonky, that's the fun part. They don't need to be perfect. I think we've established that. Now, my husband is a perfectionist. He looks at my stuff and he's like, well, wait, that's a little crooked. And I'm like, well, that's the point. It's whimsical. That's all I like to call it. It's whimsical. And that's the hard part for some people, is just letting go and just doing it, just don't overthink it, is my rule. Don't overthink it. Because then you're just stuck, and that's no fun. Sorry, my fingers are in the way, but I had to hold it. And I'm just doing crisscross in the middle. Oh, I forgot my own rule. We can't pop out right there. So that's why I like showing you guys this, showing you my mistakes here. This down, and we're going to have to go. Now what you could do is just kind of go down, and then let's just go down out the neck. Okay, we're going to want to keep it all in the neck right there, because then we can hide the threads. So we might run out of this, so just make sure you have a lot of embroidery floss, a good length, and then I'm going to go back through the neck right here, and then come up, and it's just all so we can hide the threads, because we don't want a bunch of threads just sticking out the back of his head. You know, that won't look good. Now that kind of stuff would bug me. But it's up to you. I mean, if you want to, you guys can have it sticking out the back, and then you can put little hair and stuff to cover it up if you want. I mean, that's the fun part, is you guys can do whatever you want to do and however you want to do it. This is just guidelines of what I do, and it's jumping off point for you guys. So you can create these however you want. That is the fun part. So now we're just going to go back one more time and then tie it off down here. Okay. So I'm going to do the same thing to the other side, and then I'll show you the next step. We're going to work on the mouth. Just do a fun little mouth here. Now what you can either use a color pencil, like a white or yellow, a gel pen, even a Crayola would work. Just whatever you want to use, something lighter, of course, to draw the mouth on. So let's try with the Crayola here. And maybe I'll just use the edge of the back here. So pretty much draw where I want to put the mouth. I mean, it's as easy as that. Just kind of find a little spot. And then I got my embroidery floss. So I just have a cream colored embroidery floss. And I'm using 3 strands. You can use 2. I used 2 strands when I sewed it all together. I don't know if I told you guys that. For the black, I used 2 strands. And then same for the eyes. But either way, for some reason, I grabbed 3 here. So 2 or 3, however you want to do it. Tie your knot. And then we're going to do the same concept, is going through the back here, right to the neck, so we can hide it. So, and pop it up. And then I'm just grabbing just a little, like 2 to 3, like 1 to 2 actually, strands of fabric like that. So you just kind of space it out, grab a little bit, do a little space however you want it. A preference for you. And here. And then go here, and then pop it up. Right where I did the little piece of fabric there is where I'm covering it up. Do the vertical lines here. And it's as easy as that. And then we go and tie it off down here. Out of the way. And hidden. Okay. So ourselves a little smile. Now we're going to go ahead and attach the bell and put that around the neck. Want probably just wind up gluing it. So I got my Fabric Fix glue here. Now I do have this in the links below in the description, Amazon. So I got Fabric Fix glue is what I use, and then I put it in a Sugar Bell. It's just like icing for cake and stuff. It's got a great tip on it. So that's what I use. And I just put it in my jar that has a bunch of glue that kind of got dried up in here through the years. And I just kind of just place it in there and it doesn't flow out. So it's perfect. Okay, so I got my ribbon. I got my bell. I'm just going to Fold it in half. Slide it through the top of the bell here. Grab it. Wrap it around, make sure you guys can see, and then I'm just doing a smidge of glue here, just to glue. Hide all your little threads. And there you go. So you could have it like that, the bell up front, or bring it around, however you want to do it. And voila, there we go. We got ourselves a little kitty here to go with our witch. Now I want to move this to the side. We'll take our witch here, and I'll show you guys how I close their hands. So you just take your embroidery floss here. I'll use it. And I just do a little stitch. Other hand and do a stitch. That brings them together. And then you can just go right back through. And then we'll tie it off. So you just want to make sure just to bring the arms together. We got our broom. I'll bring it up in here and glue it. I'm just going to add glue. You could do, like I say in all my videos, you can do a glue gun. Totally up to you. So I'm just taking it, pinching it in between. I got a good amount of glue in there. There we go. And then I take my Wonder Clips and I have a bigger clip actually here. Let's do this one. So I just got these at like a hardware store. And they work great for like bigger things that you need to clamp. So I usually do that, clamp it overnight, and then it is good to go. I mean, it's not going nowhere. Like that's what I did here. You can see the glue a little bit, but it's not going nowhere. It's staying there. Okay, and then we got the kitty, which we can carefully try to slide it in here. See if we don't undo it here. And then I want to show you guys what I was talking about, this fun project I'm working on. Make sure to stay tuned here. Okay. I'm just kind of carefully sliding them in there. So there we go. We get our kitty. Got him all done. I think he turned out really cute. Okay. So I'll be right back. Let me go grab it. So I want to introduce you guys to Wanda and Frankie. So these are my new monster dolls that I'm working on. And I want to know from you guys in the comments if you would like to see a video of how I put these together. And I'm going to put some patterns for them in my Etsy shop. So let me know, comment down below. If I get enough comments down below, I will definitely put a pattern in my Etsy shop for each individually, you know, separately, and I'll do a video separately for each one of these. So yeah, just comment down below. Let me know. I'm having so much fun making them. I mean, look at these. And then her arms are super long. I mean, is that fun? And you can cross them. You can cross her arms, and then you can cross her little legs like that if you want to. So they're just fun to play with. I mean, look at him. He's a little Frankenstein. I named him Frankie. And they all come with a little journal and, you know, all that good stuff. So comment down below. Let me know. And I really appreciate hearing from you guys. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. on how, let's squeeze them all in here together. One big happy little family. So I hope you guys enjoyed on how I made the kitty today, the little cat, the witch's cat. And make sure to come check out the pattern, and I hope you found it informational. And if you could please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell. You guys can see my next video when I post it. Like, comment, and share, and let's grow together. And keep on crafting.